Hey, this is Tony with the Why, the Simple Guy, coming to you with S.S.P, Simple Success Principles. Hey, in today's episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reading again, and then what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be going over another success principle. So we're just going to jump right into it. S.S.P, Simple Success Principles on Reading. I'm just keeping it simple. Think big, like I said before, but keep it simple. So what we're going to do is we're just going to jump right into this chapter. As you know, colorful cards. As you know, highlighter. As you know, ink pen, and I got a multicolored ink pen here, and water. Sometimes when you get your voice gets a little bit rough, drink some water, hydrate yourself, drink some water, right? And glasses. I need my glasses in order for me to read. I got reading glasses here. So let's jump right in. This chapter is chapter 12. I'm going to hold the book up like this because it is the failure success mode, chapter 12. It says, "You see, before that moment with Harold, my alter ego continued. I had been operating with the wrong model of success and failure. I thought that." He stopped mid sentence and signaled the waiter to clear the plates, and at the same time borrowed his pen. Borrowed his pen. like I said, if you think it, ink it. So he had a thought, so now he's going to write it out. "I thought that I was here in the middle with success on one end and failure on the other end," he said, drawing on the back of the restaurant menu. And then he has success, me, and failure, and he has arrows pointing both ways. He said, "I had always thought my mission was to do everything within my power to move towards success and to move away from failure. But that moment with Harold opened my eyes. I realized that the correct model looked like this," he said, attacking the menu once again with the pen. Then he has me, arrow going to your right, failure, then three arrows going to your right, then success. So he says, "I realized that failure was the halfway mark on the road to success, not a destination to be avoided, but rather a stepping stone to get what I really wanted in life." Most people get the sign mark, most people get to the sign mark failure, and they figure that they're heading in the wrong direction, turn around and head back home. They think that success must be back the other way, but it's not. It's straight ahead. I read somewhere that great leaders never use the word failure. Let me read that again. I read somewhere that great leaders never use the word failure. Instead, they use the word mistake, glitch, or setback. This is silly and counterproductive. It's the opposite of productive. It's counterproductive, meaning you're moving in the wrong direction. Doesn't mean you're going backwards, but it just means that you're not being productive. Anything that's not productive, the opposite of productive is counterproductive. So the word fail may have four letters in it, but it's not a four-letter word. When people use cute substitutes, let's see, when they use cute substitutes, they treat it as if it were, "We tried, but we hit a glitch." They say, "Give me a break. Just say you failed. Big deal. Is that so hard?" No wonder everyone on the planet thinks failing is something to be avoided at all costs. We sugarcoat it and dance around it and talk about it as if it were death. The best way to desensitize yourself to a word is to use it, and the best way to desensitize yourself to an action is to do it. Now, the word desensitize, I'm going to stop a little bit here, is like, don't get so sensitive about it. Don't get so emotional over it. Okay. I sat there watching this man extolling the virtues of failing as if he were a zealot on a crusade. Zealot is somebody who's excited about something. extolling is basically going over the benefits of failing. A man who just until minutes ago I thought was very much like me. Okay, let me read that again. I sat there watching this man extolling the virtues of failing as if he were a zealot on a crusade, a man who until just minutes ago I thought was very much like me. But we were very different indeed. It's the same thing with the word no, he continued. As kids, we weren't phased at all when we heard the word no, were we? Every Saturday morning in the grocery store all across America, you could hear kids passing right through failure and taking no in stride on their way to success. And then he uses an example here. He says, Billy and mom. This is an example between Billy and mom at the grocery store. He says, Billy, can I have a cookie, mommy? Mom, no. Billy, I want a cookie. Mom, no. Billy, please, can I have a cookie? Mom, no. Please? Mom, I said no. Billy, pretty please with sugar on top? Mom, no, no, no. Billy, why can't I have a cookie? Mom, because I said so. Billy, but why? Mom, listen to me, young man. I'm not going to say this again. The answer is N-O. 10 seconds later, Billy, Mommy, I want a cookie. Mom, oh, for heaven's sakes, just take one. Have you ever witnessed this? He asked. All the time, I said, laughing hysterically. Now, the word is hysterically is he's laughing so hard that he cannot really control himself because he's just laughing that hard. It's a hard laugh to the point to where you ever laugh so hard to where tears come to your eyes and you're still laughing and your sides start hurting. That's what hysterically means. It's an intense laughter. Okay. He says, have you ever witnessed this? He asked. All the time, I said, laughing hysterically. Sure you do. We all do. The thing is, not only does Billy get his cookie, but what has he learned in the process? That if he pushes long enough and hard enough and doesn't quit, there's a yes at the end of the cookie trial reply. Exactly. Now, I'm not saying that adults should act like spoiled brats to get what they want, but there's an important lesson to be learned here. Somewhere along the line, that natural sense of tenacity we had as children got drummed out of us. Billy knows not to take the rejection personally, but as adults, we forget that. That's what Harold helped me remember. Okay, we are moving right along with these chapters. I'm gonna put a pin in that. And you notice I slowed down and I talked about some things and I talked about some words. So in the next couple of chapters, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be breaking down some words as I read them so that I don't have to go back and redo them again. But just for you, because I'm TonY with the Why the Simple Guy, I have a list of words that I'm going to get together that we read in previous chapters. And I'm going to give you the definition of those words. And then I'm going to put those words in a sentence so that you can get clarity. Clarity is what I want you to have, and focus. Clarity and focus is what I want you to have when it comes to reading. So I'm going to talk about a principle, and then we're going to move on. Remember, I talked about the 4 keys to successful reading. 4 keys to successful reading. Yep. Let me see. 4 keys to successful reading. I said 4 keys to reading, but it's 4 keys to successful reading. And number 1 was, I got these cards here so that I can stay on track. Number 1 was listen and learn. Number 2 was repeat and recall. And then I talked about those things. And number 3 was visualize and understand. Number four is consistent practice. It says practice reading every day. And if you need these, practice reading every day. Learning takes time and effort to be patient. So be patient with yourself and celebrate progress along the way. So practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Practice every day. Practice going out there and looking at different words that you can gather to read. And so what we're going to do is we're going to end right here. And in my next episode, I'm going to go over some more key principles in order for you to become a successful reader. This is Tony with a Y, the simple guy, saying, uh, think big, dream big, but keep it simple. And I'm going to leave you with this scripture that I have, and I'm going to write it down so that you can have it, and I'm going to put it up as we go along in these chapters. But it says, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord cause his face to shine upon you. May the Lord give you his peace in the name of the Prince of Peace. And so I want to give that to you, okay? And I'm going to end also say this. If this is Tony with the Y, the simple guy, saying, if you desire to be a great leader or a good leader, I go from good to great. If you desire to be a good leader, I, Tony with a Y, the simple guy, can help you become the best reader that you can be. Take care, take charge. Talk with you later. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.